What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Three Idiots Talking Podcast. We are back with another Radiohead album review. Adjust that a little bit. Today, we are doing Radiohead's fifth studio album, Amnesiac. This came out in 2001. I believe it came out 1 year after Kid A, if I'm correct, because I think Kid A came out in 2000. It's 11 songs, 43 minutes long, and I have heard a lot of people compare or say that Amnesiac is sort of like Kid A side B. Or Kid A leftovers in a way. Cole, I've heard. Yeah. I think I've heard you say that once, but maybe it's. I don't know. What would you consider Amnesiac to be? Some sort of like a Kid A side B almost. Just not as good.
Yes.
Short and sweet. I like it. All right.
That's what it sounds like.
Noah, do you concur with Cole's opinion?
Yeah. For the most part. I think there's definitely a couple songs on here that do their own thing.
Right.
Don't lean as hard into the electronics.
Sure. Okay. What is like the song from this? What is the reason this album is known?
Pyramid Song.
What makes this album special?
Gonna say it again?
You gonna say Pyramid Song again? Or
No.
just being Kid A side B?
Yeah.
Or is it just the fact that it came out after Kid A, so everyone's like, wow, that was so banger, I can't wait to see what's next type of thing?
No, they do a lot of the same stuff. Very similar. English is a hard language.
Yeah.
Very similar formula.
Like, where's the band's head at right now?
I think they're in the same vein as they were on Kid A, but
They just wanted to do more of it.
I wouldn't say that they're expanding on it, really.
So what you're saying is basically they just wanted to do more Kid A.
Kinda, yeah.
I think we've talked enough about Amnesiac. Kind of a weird looking color. Just a little stick figure guy crying. Not really sure what's going on there. In some velvet pouch. I don't really know what's going on in this cover. It's very unusual. Radiohead has unusual covers, though. Although Kid A's was pretty damn cool to look at. But enough talk. It's time to get into Amnesiac. Starting off with Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box, which apparently they don't know what the word E or the letter E is.
Me either.
What is going on, chat? Wow, a lot of people joined since we started. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, James Diamond? Rickster? Icy Roo? Leftovers to an all great album leads to still amazing album. Well, we'll see if we agree with that. Oh, they still got that synth noise right there. That was so present on Kid A. Thank you, Cap Queens.
It's weird that these are from the same sessions, because Tom York sounds a bit different.
Well, those sessions, to be fair, were recorded over a year and a half.
Yeah, because I'm getting a bit of a different tone.
I mean, there is, to be
Cav Queens.
fair, there's a couple years between this and their next album. There's only 1 year between this and Kid A. Not even, there's next year. Whiny 21st century schizoid complain rock. How can you not love a Diamond opinion?
Um, well, I certainly hear quite a bit of Kid A influence on this one. It's very electronic, very low key, a bit abstract, just kind of weird sounding. Um, However, I don't think it's like anywhere near as memorable as most of the songs off of Kid A are. Lyrically, there's just not much going on, and I don't know. It kind of feels like a worse version of Everything in Its Right Place. The way it's basically just repeating the same stuff over and over again for the entire song. Um, it's not bad, but it's just like kind of pales in comparison to me. I give it a 7.
7. So, one comparison we have made throughout the so far of the Radiohead discography is the debut tracks on each album. Out of the 5 albums we've had so far, where does this rank for you guys as their best debut song? Obviously, first song on the album. Long pause from Cole.
I'm trying to remember what's on the first song on the Bends.
For
I
me,
guess I would
is,
say it's my third favorite opener.
I would
Second
agree.
or third. I'm still not that big a fan of Airbag.
Oh, now see, that's why we disagree right there.
I guess it's third.
Third, okay, all 3. Well, first of all, you can definitely hear Kid A, no doubt about that, because he's using the exact same that weird synth tone where it's going da 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 part on repeat. You can hear his voice from Kid A for sure, but it does sound a little bit less. I guess the right term is spacious in a way. It sounds more it just sounds like they're playing like he's speaking clearer. If that's the only way I really have to describe. Very clear sound from him. Lyrically, it wasn't very interesting, honestly, which is not you can't very unusual for Radiohead. Usually you have they're weird lyrics but interesting to read. Nothing a whole not didn't really hit me that well. Instrumental's cool, no real problems with it. I enjoy the vibe it creates. Very atmospheric vibe, but once again, it's still not creating a big one. We're very limited in the space we've done here so far. I'll give this a 7.5. Noah?
Yeah, they went full electronic for everything on this one. Drum machine, synth bass. I will compare it to Everything in Its Right Place.
Both you. Okay.
Because they're the opening tracks on 2 very similar albums.
Mm-hmm.
This one lacks the memorability factor in its instrumental. Like, because both this song and Everything in Its Right Place have a lot of repeating things.
Right.
This thing that lacks the memorability. It doesn't have as good of a vocal performance, in my opinion. It doesn't have as many interesting things going for it. It's a lot more naked, less moving parts. And I just find it just not as interesting. I would go with the 7.
All right. Up next, we have Pyramid Song.
Lord.
1 Airbag, 2 Planetox, 3 Everything, 4 Sardines, 5 You. All right. pretty good consensus this is not their best or opener.
Jumped in the river, what did I see? Black-eyed angels swam with me. A moon full of stars and astral and all the figures I used to see. All my lovers were there with me. All my past and future. Oh, we all went to heaven in a little rowboat. There was nothing to fear, nothing to die. Jumped into the river. Black-eyed angels swam with me. A moon full of stars and astral and all the figures I used to see. All my lovers were there with me. All my past and future. We all went to heaven in a little rowboat. There was nothing to fear, nothing to die. There was nothing to fear, nothing to die. There was nothing to fear, nothing to
Dibs.
Actually, no, I'm gonna overrule you.
Actually, you went first the last time, so
No,
fuck
Cole
you.
did. If you remember.
Well, actually, I called it, so fuck you.
Well, there's something specific I want to say that I need to go first for, because I'll forget.
Oh boy.
Let me go first.
Here we go.
So I wanted the first and foremost, I think maybe it's pretty obvious, but I love how the piano and drums are off of each other. I think this is crazy. Like the way they're playing, the piano is slightly off of the drum, and the drum is slightly off of the piano, and it makes this weird little. You would hear a piano stroke when you think it would be like at this point, and then it waits like a half second, and then boom, it hits, and it's like it's not perfect symmetry is probably what I was trying to say there.
Syncopation? I don't know.
Sure, it's not synced up perfectly, but it adds a eeriness to the song. It adds this like little factor that makes you have to listen to the song even more in depth than you were doing previously, just because you have to keep track in your head of where it's actually going to be, where the beats are. I think that was genius by them. That is so rare to see a band do that and pull it off like they did. Fantastic. Lyrics, phenomenal. I mean, we're talking top 10 Radiohead lyrics easily. Love the way he's singing. Love this. This is a 10. This is a 10. I love everything about this song. Noah, you wanted to go.
Settle down. Settle down. You didn't even know. You weren't even sure what this album was known for when we started. I don't know if we can go right ahead and throw it a 10.
Oh yeah, we can.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, very beautiful song. Not 100% sure on the couple time signatures going on, but it's definitely changing around
That's
a bit.
it.
Gives
Time signatures. That's what I was looking for. Yes, that.
Not exactly sure what ones are going on, but definitely makes it feel a little off kilter in a way that works for the song, like swaying around. Really good vocal performance. This song just has more things going for it, more things happening compared to the last one. Like there's these strings in the background that are mimicking the melody that Tom would sing. The lyrics, not 100% sure what they mean, but they sure do create an image. Big fan of that. It is definitely one of their better songs up to this point in their career. I don't know if I'd go a 10. I would go like a 9 to a 9.5.
I was mainly talking about the lyrics being like top 10 in their discography, just because that's such a classic Radiohead thing to do.
Yeah,
Cole.
we also gave it a 10. That's
I
what we're
did.
talking
I
about.
did.
Yeah, honestly, probably pretty handily what I think is the best song on this album, and definitely my favorite song on this album. I mean, yeah, the lyrics are great. I think he's great vocally. I love the piano. I'd be a little interested to hear this song with just the piano and the strings. I don't know how needed the drums are. I don't know. I've never really cared that much about the drumming on it. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful song. Yeah, feeling a 9 to a 9.5.
All right, up next, Polk/Pole Revolving Doors. Okay. You are currently listening to the massive. Excuse me, Radiohead's interrupting me talking. Oh, I forgot about this song. You're currently listening to the masterpiece that is American Idiot. Very topical.
Okay. Masterpiece.
That is a ballsy take, Rubino.
Sure, buddy.
These doors are revolving.
A very exotic type of ambient beat right here. I know there's going to be some Radiohead fans who think this is like awesome lit vocally, and maybe you two do as well, or one of you at least. I fucking hate this I fucking hate this techno voice shit they do. It's only a hardcore Radiohead band song.
Well, when it comes to the robot voice, Kid A is certainly better at it.
It's a shame they decided to do this for this song, for this instrumental, because this instrumental is pretty heat.
Dad doesn't look and doesn't done. Dad doesn't let you in and out, but never open. But they're attractive.
Well, I feel like this would be a song on like a David Lynch movie.
You can't come back.
Maybe.
Like he would love something like this, just some random and stop all music and put in like a noise for a split second. This could have also worked in Tenet. Played this for my mom and she Oh no. Guys, I have a stunning announcement. James Diamond is not a fan.
No.
Oh. What an odd song, man. All right, I gotta pause before it goes to the next one. What an odd song.
Yeah, you want to start on the best songs on the album, so now you got to start on the worst
Alright,
ones.
you don't want to start? Fine, go ahead.
No, I will. I fucking will.
Alright.
Yeah, this song kind of a mess. Not the greatest. Instrumental's interesting, I guess. Has a lot of weird little refrains in it with other weird noises happening. The robot voice, not very good on this one. Compared to like the Kid A title track, this one's just much more annoying. It's mainly because of the way they pitched it. And like, it's so much harder to understand. I don't know. This song's a bit of a mess. Honestly, this will probably be my first negative rating since like their first album. I'd give that a 4.5.
Ooh, going below a 5. Cole just started pondering something. I don't know. He just went like,
I don't think we won.
All right. Do you want to go, Cole?
Go right ahead, Ryan.
All right. Yeah, this is not my style of Radiohead. This is peak Radioheadisms happening here. Specifically from the Kid A title track where they went robot voice, but this is done way worse. I mean, even I didn't hate the robot voice on the title track. I just not a huge fan of it. This I hate though. This sounds terrible. Lyrics not interesting at all. Didn't entice me whatsoever. And I got super mega like, and only movie buffs will really understand what I was saying when I was talking about like a David Lynch movie, or like it could go in Tenet, but it's like these random scenes where you're in a super focus mode and then something blinks to a different section of the movie entirely for a split second and then brings you back to the main plot again. And that happened multiple times in this song where it's just the music cuts off, some random noise happens for a second or two, and then it brings it right back in. Odd stuff. Not really intriguing whatsoever. They did way better on Kid A if you're going to get into the odd Radioheadisms. 3 for me. Although I should say, let me actually rephrase that because I just thought of one other thing. The instrumental was really cool and I liked it when it was playing. But So I'm gonna actually go 4 because there are good things about this, but the vocals and the lyrics are just ruined, and the production's not great either. No, Cole, your pondering has been pondering for a while now.
I like this.
No way, you actually like this.
This is
Shocker.
cool.
What?
I mean, it's weird, but like, it's cool, man. I don't know. I like the instrumental. It's
It's a good
super
instrumental.
eerie and glitchy and very Kid-A-esque, I suppose, but super electronic. I like the vocal effects. I think they're kind of cool. I think they kind of fit. I don't know why, but Tommy York just
No.
knows how to pick vocal effects. He
Not
just
here.
does.
Not here.
Nah, he does pretty good job right here. The vocal effects are kind of cool. I don't really have a great reason for why I like this song, but I just kind of do. I don't know. I like the vocal effects. I like the instrumental. It creates a very unique vibe that I kind of get down with. I don't think it's some fucking masterpiece, but I think it's pretty cool. I'll throw it a 7.5.
All right, up next, you and Who's Army.
I don't
Oh.
know, man.
Now I'd like to go first on the song I actually like.
Sir, yes, sir.
You think you drive me crazy.
One of the best Cole takes. Damn, Cole getting some praise on that previous song.
Come on.
From everyone who you wouldn't expect.
Do it for y'all. It's all for you guys.
You and your cronies. Come on, come on, Holy Roman Empire.
That is one of the weirdest lyrics to interject randomly out of nowhere.
Come on if you think you
Mark,
Ryan, you should listen
need
to Cole more.
not talk ever again. That is the most disgusting comment I've ever read in my life.
That's a pretty good one. Pretty amazing one.
Just literally sent shivers down my spine. Actually. This is related to Karma Police. Well, it certainly sounds like it.
I know which one I'd dig.
If you shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Facts, Hugo. No, about to say the best Radiohead song is lower than You and Who's Army. Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's a comment. See you, Tarney. Stay safe.
Man.
No, you're about to kill me with this comment. I can't even. All right.
Yeah. If this and Karma Police are somewhat related, I'm taking this one. Oh my god, this song's so much more interesting.
I want
What?
massive L's in the chat for
Oh,
Noah.
I think this is a better vocal performance too. Oh, the vocal melodies are great. It has so much space where it actually works, unlike a song like the first song on the album. It is amazing. The guitar sounds so good. And it all just builds up into this great ending. That sounds amazing. This song is great. I'd give that 9.
Okay. I need to respond because some absolute blasphemy was just presented from one of our hosts here, and it needs to be corrected. First of all,
Karma Police Dick Rider.
damn straight's the best
One of the
Radiohead
weirdest
song.
songs to dick ride, and well, that's one of the weirdest statements ever.
It is not. This is a good song. It's like Karma Police's little brother, but nowhere near as talented. Because first of all, this song is too short. That's the big problem. It's 3 minutes 11 seconds, and it could have gone another at least minute and a half. It's got a beautiful instrumental. Tom York sounds fantastic on it, and the lyrics are phenomenal. I love the lyrics. I think they're great, and I love the chorus. I think it's just bringing in this, especially when the full instrumental comes in. I love the effect he does on it. Song's too short. Not really enough lyrics to call it like anywhere near Karma Police's level. Although I can understand the sentiment behind why you say it's like, you know, equal to, or in your case, you calling it even better. I think that Karma Police adds so much more to this than this song does. That being said, great song, big fan. I give it an 8. Cool.
More interesting.
Well, it is a good song.
I know what you're gonna do.
I don't think it's quite as good as Karma Police. I don't think it's quite up there. Because I don't really hear the amazing ending that Noah's hearing. I mean, it has a nice ending, but I wouldn't call it some epic finish or anything. Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice, you know, another good low key, sort of electronic kind of Kid A-ish Radiohead song. Yeah, I'll throw it an 8.
Fair enough. All right, we got to move on to I Might Be Wrong. Boy, I don't think anyone has said that in this Discord, this chat before.
Well, I'm never wrong, so.
Much love to the super chatters. Thank you, guys. Even if your opinions are a little wackadoodle. They're both
Is this a good
overrated.
lead song?
It is such an un-Radiohead guitar riff.
Kind of a bop.
I don't know.
The way he's singing is a little weird in this song. Tom York is like the laziest good singer I've ever heard in my life.
What does that mean?
I'll explain it after this. God, if this is not groovy.
Have not heard a real bass on a Radiohead song in a minute. Someone said get crazy with cheese whiz. God, this song's so fucking weird for Radiohead.
They had a song like this on Kid A too. Not like just a weird song for Radiohead.
Oh, a national anthem?
Yeah.
Such a twangy guitar riff.
The fact that he's not even singing words right now is crazy.
Hell yeah.
First things first, I would like to say this is one of the absolute oddest songs in Radiohead's discography due to the fact, as Noah stated, this guitar and this groove that they start off with is there's very few albums where they have anything like this at all. But it fucking works so well in this song. It's just the way the instrumental plays throughout the entire song. It's this constant grooving melody going back and this riff, along with that bass that is just pumping, boom, 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 boom. It's just thumping, it's pumping, it's hitting the whole time. The problems I have with this song actually are Tom York's vocals here. For the first time in quite a while, he sounds really weird on this song. I don't really know the exact way to describe it. He sounds like he's singing just off a little bit, like something's like distracting him or something. The lyrics are kind of odd too, I won't lie. Like they have some, it's a little out there for Radiohead lyrically, which is kind of interesting because he almost always has like they almost always have weird lyrics in all their songs, but this one hits a little bit different just because it's a very weird song. The instrumental takes you into this groovy, funky place, but the lyrics are still kind of out there. So you're still experiencing like Kid A type of OK Computer lyrics with a very basic melody and a basic rhythm for a Radiohead song. I think the vocals probably do me in the most here, but I'm still gonna give this like a 7. Cool.
I think it's mostly pretty solid, but I don't really like the guitar tone that they use. And to me, this song is just kind of like the definition of underwritten. Like, they try to do all these weird effects and stuff towards the end of the song, and it just doesn't flow anywhere near as well as something that would be on Kid A would have been. And I don't know, it just stands out more to me that they're trying to throw in these weird little nuances, but it just doesn't work anywhere near as well. I'll throw it a 6.5 to a 7,
7.
and I will be right back. 2
Noah.
minutes.
When I called the song odd, I meant odd for Radiohead, not odd on like the grand scale of all music. Like that guitar riff is so weird for them, especially with that tone. Like I would never find myself calling something about Radiohead twangy.
Yeah,
But
it is a little twangy.
Yeah, riff's got a little twang to it. I mean, I got no issue with that. I mean, I don't love it. It's okay. Tom does sound a little different on this song. I like it though. Not as much as his normal good vocal performances, but it's solid. But yeah, I agree with Cole to where I think it's just underwritten. I'm also not a massive fan of when songs come to a full stop to start a new section.
Mm.
Because I feel like you could, if you're gonna do that, I feel like you could totally write in a transition into that section.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very minor criticism.
Yeah.
I would give it a 7.5.
All right, up next, Knives Out.
Man, I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
The top 3 on this album is so fucking easy. It's not. It's incredibly easy compared to the rest of their albums.
There's a pretty significant difference between, yeah. Pause. Great little session right here.
Alrighty. Well, that's a pretty good song right there, you know. Cool drum groove, they get a little jazzy with it, as I just said a few seconds ago. Some really fucked up lyrics from Mr. York. My goodness. They got
Yeah,
really dark on this one.
indeed he does.
keeping that sort of eerie, spacey, low key vibe to it. And I think they do a pretty good job with it. Wouldn't say it's quite a level of pyramid song, but I think it's one of the better efforts on this album. I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5. Noah.
Yeah, this song's a bit of a bopper. So just like most Radiohead songs, the drums just keep a steady pace. They're not doing much, but that it's that way because with the drums not doing as much, it allows for much more space for the rest of the instruments to kind of do their own thing and move around. Like the lead guitar on the song is moving around a lot. Sounds really good. Big fan of the tone. Great lyrics. Big fan of the lyrics. Tom sounds great. This is a bopper. This is definitely a high point on the album, in my opinion. I would give this an 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I like this a lot. I really like Tom's tone on here. I think he sounds perfect for the lyrics that he is singing. Cole mentioned it right away. Very dark, depressing lyrics, talking about stuffing things in a pot, cutting the head off using the knives as well. Nothing happy here. Nothing to bring you any joy really, except maybe the music itself. I would say that probably the only issue I have with the song actually is the length, and that's going to be kind of funny. I've had a couple issues with length on this album. Some of the songs feel a little paced off-wise, and this one would probably be one where I'd say it's a little too long. Maybe about 30-45 seconds too long. Probably didn't need a third verse, or maybe the second. It doesn't really matter which one you cut off. I just think it's a little long for the idea they were going for. I thought it would have been perfect ending after like the second hook. Or even you could probably even take I want to keep that instrumental session in there, about 30 seconds of instrumental where it's just that was fantastic. Keep that in there, but maybe take away the third verse. You probably didn't need that. Fantastic otherwise. I love Tom York's vocals on this compared to the previous song. I'm gonna go even higher, 8.5 to a 9. Okie dokie. On to Morning Bell / Amnesiac. Title track.
So odd.
Yeah, I don't really understand this one.
Is it the same all lyrics? I wouldn't know because I'm not a Morning Bell enthusiast, but I recognize the hook.
So we can all agree this album is better than Coldplay's discography.
Yeah.
I like Viva La Vida, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's like at least 20 Radiohead songs that are better than Viva La Vida. And that's Coldplay's best song.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Way more than 20.
I know. I kind of went for more. I was just trying to be
Let me see.
fully accurate.
Cut the Kids in Half with such a jolly tune. He's singing that.
With those sleigh bells.
Wow.
Actually, that's the tambourine. Never mind.
You know, I always am a fan of when you have contrasting vocals to your lyrics or an instrumental. Because you hear this shit and you're like, well, this is going to be a jolly, happy song. Not if you read it.
Release this man. How might just have to go first and get my take out of the way.
Maybe they might have 35 better songs than any Coldplay song.
The only thing different is the percussion.
Well, the synths sound a lot happier.
Mark Rayner is
Kind of
not.
make him feel jolly.
Mark Rayner is not holding back tonight. Answer your
Alright, let me-
phone, bro. It's beeping.
All right, let me just get my thing out of the
Oh,
way.
that's my phone.
So yeah, I do like this one more than the Kid A one.
Ooh.
It's not some evil opinion because Morning Bell's like the worst song on the album. It's not a bad song at all. Just a little boring. But this one, there's something to it. There's something fun about it. Something a little jolly. I don't know why. And I don't know why they chose this mood with the lyrics. But there's something about that contrast that makes it very interesting. It's still very pretty. Big fan of like the synth part that comes in at the end. I like the percussion, like the tambourine in the background. I don't know, this song's so weird, but I fuck with it. I'd give it an 8.
Sorry, was making a poll. 8 from Noah Cole.
Well, I definitely prefer the version on Kid A to this one, because I don't like the instrumental here nearly as much. This one feels so cluttered. Oh my gosh, the percussion is so overbearing on this song. I don't really know why it's produced like that, but it sounds awkward to me, and it's just way too loud. I don't understand why they did that. But like, whatever's the sound of the instrumental that's not on the Kid A version is way too loud. I don't exactly know what instrument that is, but it's just too loud. It also doesn't really have an intro. It kind of just sounds like it jumps into the middle of the song, which is weird and a little off-putting to me. I mean, outside of that, it's still pretty good because I do like the song "Morning Bell," which is really just the song "Morning Bell" with some weird added instrumental to it. But I'll give this one like a 6.5 to a 7.
6.5 to a 7. So definitely going to be more on Cole's side here. Sorry to all my Radiohead fans if you're big fans of Morning Bell. I didn't really care about Morning Bell on Kid A that much, and I still don't really care about it particularly much on the Amnesiac. It's got a nice vocal performance from Tom York, but he's definitely overstressing and overhyping not overhyping, but overstressing and over vocalizing on the release me parts. Like,
That's gorgeous.
No. It's just a little extra, a little too much. Lyrics are really good. They're dark, and they certainly contrast the instrumental of this album, which is super cool. I love when the lyrics don't match up with the tone of an instrumental. It strikes a semblance in it, like they really thought about how they wanted the song to be. That being said, nothing else really interests me about this song. It's rather boring, and I don't really care about the bells at all. So 6 from me, unfortunately. Okay,
It's like a-
all right. We still got
Dream and a
decent
nightmare.
amount of the album to go through. Up next, Dollars and Cents. Also, whatever. I'll say it after. Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's awful, let's be honest. The lead singer is a pedo. Listen,
I don't know what he did.
there are many bad, naughty band members in rock history. You can't hate this band because of a member. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you can. I hate Pearl Jam because Eddie Vedder can't sing.
No, I said you can't hate a
What's
band
wrong with-
because of that, like what they do outside the music.
Yeah, because that's different, Cole. 'Cause that's like a quality that can
That's a
be seen
talent
within
issue.
music.
So, one issue I have with Spotify and how they make these lyrics, they make these look like these are all one line that he's singing in a row, when they're straight up not. You know what I'm talking about?
this how much $1 costs? Yes. Yes, it is.
Look at like Justo Lynch type. I don't follow.
Man, if Elliot Smith could get pregnant, Ryan would be the son and Kevin Shields would be the father.
I think he's just saying, you look like.
Do I look like Elliot Smith?
You look like Elliot Smith and Kevin Shields had a baby.
I see the Kevin Shields comparison. More than the Elliot Smith. Got another super chat. Tell me how much $1 costs.
Tell me how much.
And today's economy? Boy, I don't know, Bubba.
I don't know.
Great question.
They just killed the penny, so we might.
It's true.
We might be back.
Wait, did they?
Yeah.
What the
Stop
fuck,
making
man?
pennies, bro.
The president told them to stop making pennies. That's actually a good idea.
Probably costs more than a penny to make a penny.
It costs 4 cents to make 1 penny.
Yeah, makes sense.
But thank you, Bubba, for the $2. Appreciate it.
How much $1 cost?
At least $2 on that super chat.
A few. A few.
How much do you think $1 costs?
WR, I actually disagree with that opinion. I think, but I value lyrics highly, so I'm very interested in what they say.
I'm loving the Phil Collins hate out of nowhere going on in chat. I'm a big fan. I like nothing he did that was not with Genesis behind a drum kit. Get a mic away from that man.
Aren't Radiohead American?
No.
Are they British?
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably the least British sounding band I've ever heard.
The White Stripes sound more British than Radiohead.
The Eagles. The Eagles British.
The White Stripes aren't British.
You said the least
Yeah,
British.
you said
sounding band.
Radiohead was the least British sounding band you've ever heard.
That's
So
actually
they
from
sounded
Britain.
less.
That's actually from Britain.
That would have been helpful
yeah.
clarification. Bucko.
Just Tom York doesn't sound British at all, or at least not when he's singing. I don't know if he just lived in America for a very long time. All right, that was dollars and cents. So, big fan of the lyrics on this song. I was reading along. I absolutely love the way he went with his direction-wise. Now, that being said, I have absolutely no idea how the lyrics have anything to do with the rest of the album, other than him being a bit of a, a standalone type of revolutionary person, with the, or maybe not rebellious person, talking about, dollars and cents and everything he feels that's wrong with it. But they still read, it's a very interesting read, that being said. I liked the instrumental, but unfortunately, this is a song, and Radiohead has a couple of these, where the instrumental almost overtakes Tom York's great vocals. And there's I know exactly what Noah's about to say, but the instrumental is there's a lot going on, and when you're trying to hear Tom York singing and the vocal performances, it's kind of hard to focus on the instrumental plus Tom York's vocals plus read the lyrics. It's just hard to focus on all that at the same time and still take it fun. It's an okay song. It's got good elements. I just think there's too much overproducing going on here. Which is a thing. Underproducing and overproducing. I've been
Too
told.
much overstimulation going on. Here.
Shut up. No, I knew you were going to say that. I will give this a strong 7.5. Could have been a lot better, though, in my opinion. Noah?
This is the most okay song. Nothing grabs me that much except for the final lyric. We are the dollars and cents.
which is such a bar.
That's a thinker right there. It's pretty cool. Besides that, nothing really like that song is really just one in one ear and right out the other. Like, yeah, that's like a.
I feel like it could have been so much better.
Like, I'd give that a 6.
6. Cole, you gonna split the gap? Are you gonna agree with Noah or me?
I'm gonna lean more towards Noah here. There's just kind of a
Nobody
I don't
ever
know.
leans towards Ryan.
Well, then be right more often.
Okay.
I don't know. This part of the album especially feels really. I mean, it's just. It just sounds like they don't have any more ideas. They don't really have any places for these songs to go, so they're just keeping these like. I mean, they're okay atmospheres and the structures are fine, but they're just not really branching out into anything that really goes anywhere or really does much of anything. And like they're kind of pretty, sorta. They kind of sound like Kid A, sorta, but just like sound like Kid A leftovers or things that they never finished writing for Kid A to me. Yeah, I'm feeling like a 6.
All right.
Let's not say a word during the next song. Okay. How
No
about that?
words? Okay. All right.
Try
Hunting
your
Bears.
best.
All right. Yeah, I did not remember that song at all. Hunting
Oh man.
Bears. Let's have Cole start. So yeah. Cole.
Yeah, no. Nah.
No?
Nah. I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, that was not good. A 2-minute interlude of
Yeah.
questionable, like not particular, like a bad guitar tone that isn't played particularly well on a boring guitar riff. Wow, fucking, I don't know. The guitar tone was just annoying, and it's just a riff that isn't even like a particularly good riff. Yeah, I'm feeling like a 4.
I gotta disagree with one thing you said because I agree with everything else, but the guitar was good. That guitar was good. The tone was very good. I have no issue with that at all. It's just interludes are not supposed to be long. It's called an interlude because it's supposed to be short, 45 seconds, minute max. We didn't need 2 minutes of just the same basic repeated tone over and over.
The song.
We also didn't need the song. Then again, I would have liked to have heard that tone in a different song, but I guess hearing it's kind of okay. But no, this is pointless. This is just stupid. There's nothing bad. It's just pointless. Uh, 4 is a good rating, honestly. Noah.
This is one of the very few occasions where I will get annoyed with somebody sliding on the strings unnecessarily. It was so unneeded, and it would happen. He would slide across the strings for long periods of times, where it was the only thing happening, so that's all you could hear. And it was so easily avoidable. It was just a bunch of extra noise for no reason. A little annoying. But besides that, I like the tone. I actually enjoy the tone.
Oh, somebody else who does. Let's go.
The playing, not all that interesting.
No, very boring.
The song in general, not that interesting. I'd give that a 5.
All right, up next, like spinning plates. Feel free.
This is my kingdom come. God, whatever his name is such a genius song.
Why is everybody just typing random choruses from Imagine Dragons discography?
This is my kingdom come. Hey, that's where his demons hide.
Dude,
Come-
you just know somebody's gonna go click Imagine Dragons now just because Cole said, who even clicked it? No Swifties? Well, I guarantee we don't have any right now. Maybe there are 1 or 2 who are actually objective about her.
April Fool's Day. Imagine Dragons listen through. Throwing out ideas.
Which album?
What did you say?
Oh,
Is
we
there
could
top
grab
5
some
on
of their.
Spotify?
We could grab some of their greatest hits.
Can you imagine what an Imagine Dragons greatest hits album looks like?
Terrifying.
Oh.
Because it's gonna have thunder on it.
You know, for every $5 worth of super chats that we get, we'll listen to an Imagine Dragons song.
Whoa. Oh shit.
Thank you, Icy Room.
We technically
Bones.
have $9 already, Cole.
Bones banger. Yeah.
Well, those don't count.
They don't count, so only from here on out.
Yeah. Tell you what isn't, sir.
I think what you said about every $5. Like, oh, I forgot to explain why I called him the laziest good singer of all time. Totally forgot about that. This is a perfect song to explain it on. You take the ocean, I'll take the beach. What?
Take me to the beach. Why are they like this?
I don't know what that means.
I think it's another Imagine Dragons chorus.
Terrible song.
No one knows a lot, bro.
We listened to the album. That
You
song's
think I
on.
remember it?
I do. It's so awful that it's hard to forget.
Hey, yo, Icy, chill the fuck out, calm down.
That's true, Mark Rayner. That's very true.
Wow. Second person to say that since Cole dropped it as the very first hot take on our Discord. I'm going first on this song. I gotta get out my complaints, because there's a couple. I like when he plays. All right, here's the problem with this song. Biggest problem I have. And I said it earlier on another Radiohead song, on another song on this album, but I forgot to explain myself. Tom York is, when he wants to be, is the laziest good singer in the history of singers I ever heard. He barely says words sometimes. I mean, he finds the dullest, the least way to pronounce it possible, like being. He'll say being, but say like being, but it still sounds vocally good. It still sounds like a good melody, like he's singing it well. But it is the laziest way to sing I have ever heard in my entire life. I've never heard someone be able to do that as much as he does it, because he does it all the time and he does it very good. This song, on the other hand, I'm not a huge fan of the way he's singing at all. I think it's taking the laziness to it, putting it all the way up to 10, and he's barely executing words. It sounds more like mumbling a little bit. That being said, the vibe the song creates from an instrumental standpoint is fantastic. I love the atmosphere. I love all of that. So I'm very conflicted on this. On the one hand, I love this instrumental. On the other hand, I hate the way he's singing vocally. Let's go 7. No.
Let me go quickly so I can read this comment afterwards because it's beautiful.
Okay.
This song is decently uneventful.
Decently
happens.
uneventful.
Like, it sounds nice. It's got this nice like tape loop warping effect going on. That might just be what they're doing. Tom sounds good. But outside of that, nothing really happens. Just another like unwritten or underwritten type of song. I would give it a 6. So now I can read this comment.
Okay.
Imagine dragging your York on the pavement after eating Red Hot Chili Peppers. Dragging your York on the pavement sounds very.
Wow.
That sounded very funny in my head.
Our viewers are some of the big. And for the record, I saw what you wrote, Hugo. If he's actually singing backwards entirely on this song, he makes it sound like he's not singing backwards. And I get what you're saying. If he was actually singing backwards, then that's not lazy singing. But it sounds lazy, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Does anyone else understand what I'm saying there? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Cole, go ahead.
Doesn't enunciate a lot.
Yeah.
That instrumental is not nearly as cool as they think it is.
Oh, it's
honestly.
cool. It's cool.
It's fine. It's way too repetitive. It's not nearly as good. It's not good enough to be as long as it is, to go on as long as it does. I don't know. That was really okay. I'm feeling like a 6.
And let's move on to Life in a Glass House.
Final song.
Oh, last song. Fantastic. Jerry was a race car driver. He drove so goddamn fast.
We've gone all the way. We're all the way at Primus now. Go from Imagine Dragons to Primus.
What the hell have you started, Noah?
No, I don't even know if I started it.
Who voted Imagine? Speak now.
Once again, I'm in trouble with my only friend. She is paper in the window panes. She is putting on a smile. Living in a glass house. Once again, packed like frozen fin battery. Think of all the starving millions. Don't talk politics and don't throw stones. Your Royal Highnesses. Well, of course I like to sit around chatting.
all-time favorites lyrics by Radiohead.
Of course I'd like to sit on a chair, but someone's listening. Once again, we are hungry for lynching. That's a strange mistake to make. You should turn the other cheek. Living in a glass house. Of course I like to sit around and chat. Of course I like to stay and chew the fat. Well, of course I like to sit around and chat. There's someone listening.
Thank you for the super chat, Bubba Diggs.
Another
I
one?
have no idea what the fuck that means.
Hey Cole, can you say it out loud?
I fucking love this song. I am a
Freaking.
huge fan of the jazz sort of neo-noir-esque type music. Especially when it feels like it's like could be straight out of a movie type of soundtrack song, and they nail this. I love the instrumental. I fucking love the instrument. I love it, especially on the chorus when it comes in and blares that jazz horn right in your face. Tom York, this might even be the best hook on the entire album, chorus wise. It's certainly at least top 2. Such a fan of the lyrics. I love of course, I'd like to stay into the fat line. This song is so well done. Extremely underrated. I think, especially by Radiohead fans, I think is very underrated. It's at bare minimum 9.5, and it is so close to a 10. So close to a 10. I love this shit. All right, Noah, you seem to want to respond.
Nobody throws out 9.5s and 10s as easily as Ryan does.
This song deserves
It's
it.
crazy.
No,
it doesn't.
It definitely does.
This song is so incredibly accurately rated by Radiohead fans of being a pretty great song.
No, it's underrated.
No. Anyway. Yeah, the horns sound very good. Tom York sounds great. I like the lyrics. They're good. I only have one issue with this song, and it's at the end when Tom York is repeatedly saying the word only.
Yeah,
Gets a little annoying.
That's-
His voice gets a little too much.
it's the only reason I kept it from a 10.
But overall, it's definitely a good song. It's a good closer. I'd give that an 8 to an 8.5.
That's low. Cole,
That's reasonable.
finish this off. Pause.
Cole might go lower.
I mean, it was decent, but like, I don't know what y'all are hearing that's so fucking mind
It's
blowing about that.
amazingly good.
Okay, he's speaking for himself, not me.
I mean, it was all right, but I didn't think it was like anywhere near something like Pyramid Song or anything like that. I don't know. It didn't really sound like they entirely knew what they wanted to do with that instrumental. It didn't really seem to have a great pace to it. I don't know. The second half of that album is just really awkwardly written to me. It's really underwritten or it's really awkwardly written. That kind of felt underwritten to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't love his vocal performance. And the lyrics were fine, but they weren't like amazing or anything. At least I didn't think. I'm feeling like a 7.5.
It's final rankings time. If you've never been here before, or if you're watching us for the first time, what we do with our final rankings, we take the top 3 on the album, we put it in order, we do the 1 to give the album a 1 to 10 ranking, and our final thoughts. And since we're doing Radiohead's discography as a whole, we will go through rank our albums as we have heard so far. Cole, you haven't started in a while. Let's throw you up first. You're up to bat. Good luck, sir.
Let me take a gander. I always close it before that, and I always forget I have to do that. All right. 3, I think I'll go with Knives Out.
Okay.
2, You and Whose Army, and number 1 is pretty handily Pyramid Song.
Okay.
I mean, overall, I feel exactly the same about this album as I did before we started listening to it. It's got some moments that are cool. Pyramid Song is fantastic, but overall, a lot of this album does feel like Kid A leftovers, Kid A B-sides, or just like unfinished songs from Kid A that they just kind of slapped on here. Yeah, it lacks a lot of. I mean, it doesn't necessarily lack cohesion because sonically it's pretty consistent, but it just lacks a sense of direction and a sense of purpose, I guess, because I don't know, a lot of these songs feel like they could have just been left on the cutting room floor. And they try some stuff, but they don't flesh this stuff out enough, anywhere near enough. Yeah, it just feels too it's an underwritten Kid A. I mean, I gave Kid A a 10. I think this pales in comparison to it, but I do think it's still mostly solid. Like, it's not a bad album by any stretch. I just think it's pales in comparison to the album that it was clearly connected to in a lot of ways. So I'll give Amnesiac a 7.
10. Okay. All right, I'll go up next because I want to let Noah finish for once. Wait, Cole, before we forget it, rank the discography.
Alrighty, well, I get some shit here, but whatever. What number is this? 5?
We're at 5.
All right, number 5 is Pablo Honey. Number 4 is The Bends. Number 3, Amnesiac. Number 2, OK Computer. Number 1, Kid A.
All right. Noah hurt a little bit right there, I think. Just a tiny bit.
I think that's easy as hell to rank.
So far, I agree with you. All right, my top 3. Number 3 is going to be the same as Cole, Knives Out. Number 2 is where we're going to get a little different, Life in a Glass House. And number 1 will also be Pyramid Song as well. For the most part, I agree with Cole. I think there's a lot of Kid A leftovers on this album, especially the second half. Certainly depletes it quite a lot. There are certain songs like Hunting Bears, like it's barely even a song. Morning Bell is far worse. I might be wrong. It's good, but it's certainly not. It just becomes an uninteresting or maybe uninspiring Radiohead performance. Like, feels like they ran out of ideas and just sort of throw these on because, well, we can put together another album in less than a year. So let's put it, we made a whole bunch of songs for Kid A. We basically made 2 albums worth of music. Let's put it together and slightly vary it a little bit and make a couple like songs like Life in a Glass House that make it a little different than Kid A. So that's a cool thing you can do. And I have no issue with that at all. But for the most part, the album doesn't hold on its own very well. It's got a couple high points, but a lot of mid and just slightly above average. This is going to be a 7.5. And my ranking of their first 5 albums so far, we have, yes, I'm going to have Pablo Honey at 5. 4 will be The Bends. 3 will be Amnesiac, 2 will be Kid A, and number 1 will be OK Computer. Noah, sir, you are up.
I said earlier that the top 3 on this album is really easy, and Cole, thank you for proving my point.
Oh.
At 3, we have Knives Out. At 2, we have You and Whose Army, and at number 1, we have Pyramid Song.
Okay.
It's fucking easy. Yeah, I agree with Cole to where a lot of this album feels underwritten. A lot of mid, but occasionally they'll come out with a banger. Is it it's like their second least interesting album so far? I don't know. I feel it's just like their sound had been constantly evolving and changing,
Mm-hmm.
and then this was just this very similar to their previous album and a step down. So yeah, it's just a little disappointing. It's like a 7.5, and on a really good day, it could be an 8. But at number 5, for their discography ranking so far, I'll go Pablo Honey, Amnesiac,
Oh.
The Bends, OK Computer, and of course at number 1 so far today.
So the only big difference between our rankings was Noah putting The Bends above Amnesiac. Big difference. Okay.
Put
All right.
Kid A over OK Computer.
Well, yeah, but you also did that too, so that's not a huge difference. Wow.
Is this right?
It's wrong, but that's fine. Wow. Very interesting rating. Noah, the big disagreeal so far among the albums. So we'll see how that continues, because the next up we have I Might Be Wrong, an album I've never heard, and then Hail to the Thief.
Nope.
I have not heard I Might Be Wrong. I have not.
I Might Be Wrong is not a studio album.
We're moving on to
it's a
Hail to the Thief.
live album. My apologies. Okay, well, I was going to also say I've never heard Hail to the Thief either, so it doesn't really matter. I have not heard Hail to the Thief, so that'll be a first listen. And Rainbows has 2 discs, double out. Is it separate?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Please
Well,
stop.
Anyway, point is the next
Sit
Radiohead
down
album-
before you hurt yourself.
I'm not a Radiohead expert. Well, I was going to say next Radiohead album will be one I've never listened to, so it'll definitely be interesting for me to see if my ranking of their albums changes. Maybe it goes above some of the ones I've had up top, but we'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let us know in the comments down below, what is your Radiohead ranking so far, their discography of the 5 we've listened to so far. Where do you put Amnesiac, and what do you think of it? Also, if you want to join our Discord, links in the description below of all our videos and our live streams. We have a ton of music rankings happening there, ton of arguments about music, and overall just anything you'd like to share with the channel. And join us for next album, which should be Pink Floyd's 5th studio album. Noah, what the hell is the name of that one? I don't remember.
Adam Heartmother.
Adam Heartmother is coming up, so that will hopefully be relatively soon, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.
Check.